Today's topic is negative sentence, and we're going to learn how to convert an affirmative positive sentence to negative sentence. Firstly, negative sentence are sentences that will have words like no, not, never, any sentence that portrays a negation. Now, change the following affirmative sentences into negative without changing the meaning. This is an important word, without changing the meaning. Now, if we have to make a positive sentence negative, we can just add a no or not in the sentence and make it negative. But in that case, the sentence will become opposite meaning. For an example, she is a good girl. If we write she is not a good girl, the meaning of the sentence will change. But over here, the meaning of the sentence must not change. So that is why we have to follow some steps. But first is we have to add words like no, never, not. These words must be there in the sentence in order to make it negative. And also we have to use the opposite of certain words in order to keep the meaning intact. Now, moving on, first sentence, all the parents liked the program put up by the children. So over here, all, the rule is all will change to no. So no parents disliked the program. Then liked will change to disliked because we have to use opposite. If we write no parents liked the program, then the meaning of the sentence would change. So liked will change to dislike. We have to make sure that the tense of the sentence is same, so that is why liked becomes disliked both in past tense, and the rest part of the sentence is the same. So the sentence becomes no parents disliked the program put up by the students. So the rest part is the same. Now there was a word all the parents. So no, the parents will not be a correct, not be grammatically correct. So we have to omit using the. This is the only change. Moving on, number 2. Rajasthan is hotter than Chennai. So we have to add a word not, which means we can't try Rajasthan is not hotter than Chennai. So we will reverse the sentence. So we will bring Chennai first and then Rajasthan at the end. And then we are going to add not. So we will write Rajasthan is not as hot as Raj. Chennai is not as hot as Rajasthan, which means the degrees of comparison of these sentences are changing. Previously it was hotter, that is, we were using the comparative degree, and now in the answer we are using the positive degree. So this is the change. In order to make a comparative sentence positive without changing its meaning, the word as has to be added. So that is why see, we have written as here and after that. So this is the rule. So the sentence becomes Chennai is not as hot as Rajasthan. Moving on, number 3. This tree is too high for me to climb. Whenever we come across the word too, it has to be replaced by the word so and that. This is a rule. So for too, we have to write so that. So this tree is so high that I cannot. So we have to add not in the sentence because we are making negative sentence. So we have added a not here, cannot. Cannot climb it. So the meaning remains intact. Number 4. The cheetah is the fastest animal on land. We have to say the cheetah is the fastest, which means no other animal is as fast. So we are adding no. So the sentence becomes negative. So no other animal on land is as fast as cheetah. So over here we had used fastest, that is superlative degree of comparison of adjectives. But in the answer we are using as fast as, like the previous one, that is positive degree. And in order to make a superlative sentence positive, we have to insert two as on the others, both the sides of the positive degree. Next, Kiran is always on time, which means she's never late. So always will change to never. Rest of the sentence remains the same. Next, everyone agreed to help the watchman. So over here, every will change to no. So the sentence becomes negative. And also, agreed, we are going to use the opposite of the word agreed, that is disagreed, to help the watchman. Moving on, number 7, Asha writes more neatly than Nisha, which means that Nisha doesn't write as neat as Asha. So, in this sentence, more neatly, this is a comparative degree being used. The sentence, comparative sentence has been used, and here they have written does not write as neat as. So, we are writing positive degree. And as I told you, if we are converting the comparative and the superlative sentences, then in that case, we have to use the positive degrees of those words, and in that case, as will be used on both the sides of the positive degree. See, in over here in number 7 this is done, also here it was done, again here in the sentence it was done, the same thing. Next, moving on, number 8, Sunday is the best of the week, best day of the week. So the best, which means best word is used. So best is the word which is superlative. So again superlative must be changed and it is the best. So whenever superlative word is changed, we have to start with no. So that is why we begin the sentence with no. Always remember, whenever superlative degree is used, the sentence begins with no. So no other day in the week is as good as. Again, superlative, best, and here good. Positive degree of best is being used. And therefore, as positive is used, there will be two as on both the side of it. Just like the previous one here and here. The same. Moving on. Number 9. You can enter the theater only if you have a ticket. So it means that if you don't have a ticket, you can't enter. So we will simply add not in the sentence in two places. You cannot enter the theater if you don't have. So don't has a word, it is an abbreviation word for do not. The rest part of the sentence remains the same. Moving on, number 10. I have forgotten to do my homework. So in order to make it negative, we have to, in case of have, we have to use haven't, have not. And then we have to use the opposite word for forgotten. So forgotten becomes remembered to do the homework. So my sentence is I haven't remembered to do the homework.